This is Emily and Mariah, Bryn, and Marquita, and we all did a Zoom AA meeting together for our support group video. I was just going to briefly talk about the history and origins and the purpose of AA. So Alcoholics Anonymous was founded in 1935 in Akron, Ohio, by two gentlemen named Bill W. and Dr. Bob. They both struggled with alcoholism, discovered that sharing their experiences helped them maintain their sobriety. Their success led to development of a mutual aid group for other alcoholics. In 1939, AA published the Big Book, which introduced the 12 steps. That is a spiritual and behavioral framework for recovery. Today, there are more than 120,000 AA groups around the world, and AA literature has been translated into over 100 different languages. The purpose of AA is to help alcoholics achieve and maintain sobriety through peer support, self-reflection, and spiritual growth, though not tied to any religion. The program is based on the 12 steps, which promote personal accountability, making amends, and seeking support from a higher power as they understand. AA also remains one of the most widely used recovery programs with millions of members worldwide and has inspired similar 12-step groups for other addictions. Now I'm going to pass it over to Mariah to talk about the format of the group.
We attended a virtual online meeting. The organization has a 24/7 hourly breakdown meeting room where there are several people who oversee letting those into the meeting, greeting people in the chat, a timekeeper that allows those who want to speak a chance to, and a chairperson. No one has to share if they don't want to, and no one has to turn the camera on unless they want to. Those who do not want to talk and share are able to raise their hand via Zoom reaction, and then they are called on by the chairperson to unmute when it is their turn. And they can discuss what they want to share in regard to what action step that they are on their process.
I want to talk a little bit about how I felt being in the meeting. To self-disclose, I am an alcoholic and I do attend AA meetings regularly. Usually I go to in-person meetings, but the online meeting through Zoom is something I used to utilize a lot when COVID first hit. So I was pretty familiar with, like how it worked and what to expect and things like that. But I know I felt very comfortable in that meeting. You don't have to share your video. You don't have to talk if you don't want to. I know some in-person meetings, they go around and everybody shares, so it's kind of makes you a little nervous to have to talk. So it's nice that if I just need to go somewhere to listen and to get out of myself, that a Zoom meeting like what we attended, I can go to, and that is always available because of the 24/7 hour or the 24/7 accessibility that it has. Um, Also, I mean, I guess I answered that I would go to that group if I needed help. So like I stated before, that if I was in a bind and I just needed some extra pick me up, I could just grab my phone and log in and just listen for as long as I wanted. I know the other day when I was looking at all the meetings and stuff, I found myself doing dishes and cleaning to the meeting, and I was on it for like 2.5 hours. So it's definitely something to help keep you company for sure. So I know I had a good experience. So I'm interested to hear what my other group members. So I will send it to Mariah.
When I first initially joined the Zoom link, I found it easy to join without having to turn my camera on. I think this provided me with comfortability. I was also welcomed in the chat by one of the moderators, which added to me being comfortable. Um, I was also a bit confused with the layout as this was my first meeting ever, but I soon relaxed and felt more at ease. At one point, listening to one of the members, I got a bit emotional because they were able to be so vulnerable with 110 strangers on the call. It's quite amazing to see, and I think having a 24/7 accessible group to just get on there and talk or rant or even just listen is so helpful. And I could definitely see myself attending a group like this if I did need the help in the future or the support or just to talk or just listen to others struggling with the same battle.
Yeah, I have a lot of well, when I first like joined the gym, I was a little overwhelmed because there are a lot of people, but quickly I felt very comfortable and I understood that the vibe was to be like relaxing and welcoming, which I quickly felt. And it was just very amazing and powerful to see how vulnerable people are when even if it's with a bunch of strangers, like to know that they can come to a place where they can be vulnerable and they can share these feelings and thoughts they have. It was very inspiring to me. It just like made me feel really like warm. And growing up, my father's a police officer, so I've heard and seen it all. So I've but getting to experience it in from my own like perspective and my own eyes was I really enjoyed getting to like take it at my pace and just get to sit there and be like, okay, this is how I get to see it. And I definitely would attend if I ever needed to, like if I ever was like, needed to. And yeah, I thought it was very like an eye-opening experience.
For me, I feel like one, it was my reflections are very similar to my group members, but me is like for me and how I felt about the AA meeting. Sometimes you see a lot of AA meetings on TV, and it's like everyone goes around and just share, and it's like they all stand up. So when I first joined, I had a lot of anxiety. I was like, I hope I don't get chosen. But once everyone started sharing and I felt the comfortability that everybody had, I just felt like, oh, this is a really good place to be. Like this place is the Zoom meeting is very comfortable, it's very inviting. It's a very just like accept who you are and where you are. And for that, I truly appreciated being in the A meeting. It also just hearing everyone's vulnerability. Everyone was different in their stages, and everyone's stages looked very different, but everyone was vulnerable and just felt comfortable being able to explain where they are. And that was very welcoming to me, and it was like very eye opening, and I appreciated that, and I really enjoyed that. Um, if I was going through something similar, or I even knew someone going through something similar, I would definitely recommend this AME.
All right, thank you all for watching our video. Bye.